Welcome to C# for Crestron programming. In this video, we will learn about the basics of events in C#. Events utilize a publisher/subscriber framework to trigger execution of code in potentially multiple locations in a program based on a single publisher raising an event. We will be starting with a C# console app.NET framework project called Using Events. An additional .cs file called Event Details has been added to the project with no code outside of its default declaration. Within our program.cs file, we have our program class and a working class defined. Within working class, we have a sample method with a console output statement in place. When executing a method from another location, say another class in our project, we need to gain access to the class and then explicitly call out the method in our code. Here we have created an object of working class, and through this object are calling the sample method. Conceptually, the main method is acting as an event publisher invoking sample method to run from inside working class. Conceptually, sample method is acting as an event handler that executes code when the subscriber, working class, is called upon by the main method. For this basic method execution, the class object and method name need to be called out explicitly. In a publisher/subscriber framework, the publisher of the event doesn't need to know anything about the subscribers explicitly in the code. At runtime, subscribers can be added to or removed from a list and are signaled to run in order when the event is raised. Now we will program the Event Details class with an event and a method to handle the details of raising of the event. First, declare the event with a delegate type you require. The delegate establishes a contract between the event publisher and the subscribers to ensure that the event handler method that will be called matches the signature of the event that will be raised. The signature of a delegate means the return type and parameters list. Our delegate is a system.eventHandler with the void return type and also requires two parameters. Object Sender is the class that is publishing and sending out the event, and event args, E, is any event carried data. The method that handles the raising of the event is declared with the protected and virtual modifiers. Virtual means that this method could be overwritten elsewhere to alter the process of raising the event. Protected means this method is available to any class that derives from this method's containing class. The addition of lowercase on before the method name is by convention and not for the sake of function. The parameter, in parenthesis, is for the type of event data to be passed on by the event. Within this method, we simply need to check if there are subscribers to receive our event, and if there are, raise the event. Checking for subscribers requires a null check against the event, and raising the event involves calling the delegate and passing in the required parameters of object sender, this, and event args, E. You may notice at this point the subscriber check text is gray, and hovering over it and using Alt-Enter shows an alternate form. This compact form of the code uses a null conditional operator for completing the null check for subscribers before raising or invoking our event's delegate. We will be keeping with the longer form as we will be completing additional code within the if statement later on. Back in our working class, we will be using the default constructor to create our event's detail object. Using this object to access our event in the Event Details class, we will use the syntax of +=new event handler, round brace, my event handler method, and round brace. We now need to create a method to handle the incoming event. Remember, the method's signature must match the event's delegate signature. void myEventHandler method, and in parenthesis, object sender and event args e. Entering some console output lines will allow us to confirm that the event was run and where it came from. We have now learned the steps required to define an event and subscribe to it. In our next video, we will demonstrate raising the event and multiple subscriptions to an event. Thank you for watching.